I smoke weed every single day. Well, just about. And I'm also a productive citizen to society, keeping my status on the dean's list with ease now that I don't suffer from horrible migraines. Although it is true that I do smoke to keep away migraines, it would be a lie if I said that was the only reason. Recreationally, it is just flat out relaxing, and I don't understand why it's illegal to smoke marijuana. Marijuana as a whole should be completely legalized, and not simply for medical patients, but for anyone above the legal age of 18. No one can dispute the medical qualities that marijuana contains. It has been proven by multiple scientists that it destroys cancers in our bodies, the most commonly produced study that has occurred, but also helps reduce and cure many other medical issues. Pain from injury, trauma, mental illness, epilepsy, and a multitude of other health issues have been proven in marijuana users. I definitely have first-hand experience in the effects marijuana has on people with epilepsy, watching my aunt struggle with it. She is prone to having grand mal seizures, which are the worst and most intense kind a person could experience. She has even had some while driving, which could have killed her or someone else. It's really scary. She is prescribed 4 different medications just to combat this, which costs her a small fortune every single month. My aunt lives on a limited income and cannot always afford her pills. It is also inconvenient to have to take 4 different medicines just for one single problem. So, she decided to turn to medical marijuana. One of the main ingredients in medical marijuana is CBD. It is an anti-epileptic and anti-inflammatory that helps heal the masses. Since becoming a medical marijuana user in her state about 5 years ago, she has not suffered from one single seizure. Marijuana is not physically addictive, nor is it truly mentally addictive. However, mental addiction depends on the individual's will, and we are all addicted to at least one thing that isn't classified as a drug. Try going without your cell phone a day and tell me how you feel afterward. It is literally impossible to overdose from THC, one of the active chemicals in marijuana that causes the euphoric high that people experience. Overdose on marijuana cannot kill you because in order for it to do that, you would have to smoke your body weight in an hour, which is completely impossible if you think about it, and you would die from lack of oxygen rather than too much of the bud itself. In other terms, it would take 40 times the amount of THC that it took to get you high to kill you. In comparison to alcohol, it only takes 5 times the amount it took to intoxicate you to kill you. The overdose people might experience from weed is called greening out, and the worst it can come to is paranoia, anxiety, shortness of breath, nausea, vomiting, or disorientation. Generally, none of this actually happens, especially if you take the proper dose for your size and weight, but it is still shorter than the side effect list of many prescription pills that doctors try to push. Currently, marijuana is legal in Oregon, Colorado, Washington, and very soon it will be illegal in Alaska as well. It is legal for medical patients in 24 states, including Michigan, California, Hawaii, and even our country's capital, D.C. It's decriminalized in most states as long as the user is above legal age of adulthood and carrying less than an ounce on them. Many states decriminalized because it was costing their state way too much money to apprehend the peaceful pot smokers, while in other states it was voted in by the population. Obviously, the people of America want the legalization of marijuana, with 53% in support in the most recent polls, and we are supposed to let majority rule. The biggest argument against marijuana legalization is the gateway drug problem. It is believed that those who indulge in marijuana will want a stronger, better high after repeated use because they're not getting high enough for marijuana anymore. The slight high for marijuana will no longer be enough, and people will turn to harder drugs such as Xanax or other pills. Recently, Portugal proved these theories wrong when they decriminalized every single drug known to man. Drug rates in every single area of Portugal dropped, and money was not wasted throwing people in jail over a plant. Adolescents who are known to rebel would have no need to indulge in drugs in the first place if it wasn't looked down on, so they would never start to do it. 12 years later, and Portugal is still going strong. I'm sure many of you are wondering why it is even illegal in the first place. It sounds completely harmless. The reason behind that call is purely greed. Not only is the bud of marijuana useful, but the entire plant itself can be utilized. Hemp has approximately 25,000 uses, which include being used to make rope, paper, lotion, and possibly even fuel. Hemp would help deforestation as well as hunger. Hemp seeds are incredibly nutritious and could be used to end world hunger, and that is just what the billionaires are afraid of. The rich people want to stay rich, and if their corporation is put out of business for the good of mankind, may they be damned. Greed has led this country to a downfall, something our forefathers would have never predicted. In fact, Benjamin Franklin used to grow and supply hemp. Our Constitution and our Declaration of Independence are scribed upon it even. We need to end the greed and hate and spread the love and let hemp create. Marijuana should, without a doubt, become fully legalized across our borders. Honestly, marijuana should be illegal across the entire earth. Perhaps the calming, soothing effects of THC could bring our brothers across borders closer together and help us combat the evils of the world. I just want to thank everyone here today for joining my speech. There's Steve, Malik, Ashley, and Kevin recording. Thank you, class.